Sora is getting shut down just months after OpenAI launched it, and as surprising as it might seem, I'm not surprised. Who would have thought the app that takes no effort to make anything would have failed? I mean, look at this.
Even the throw makes any king go crazy.
When I give him that Royal Hawk tour and spit on that royal fang.
It feels like there's a bubble that's about to pop. But what can we learn from this recent announcement, and how has AI's journey led us to this moment? Well, ChatGPT launched on November 30th of 2022, and with it came a whole new interest in artificial intelligence. Nothing had shaken up the tech industry this much since the birth of the internet. I actually remember this pretty vividly, as I was a social media manager at Overkill Computers during this time. They were a custom computer company with a huge social media following. One day we got the task to make a video on this new AI platform, and I promise we did, I know we did, I know it's out there somewhere, I just can't seem to find it. Regardless of that though, the immediate time after ChatGPT's release was absolutely insane. AI was starting to appear everywhere and people only wanted more, so what was an easy way to get more AI into the scrumptious little hands of the slop consumers? AI video generation. Meta was one of those to take on this new Wild West with the creation of Make a Video, which didn't seem to make much of an impact. I couldn't seem to find much about it on YouTube or anywhere else, but I did find this paper from Cornell University that actually predates ChatGPT's release. It states, "We propose Make a Video, an approach for directly translating the tremendous recent progress in text-to-image generation to text-to-video. Our intuition is simple. Learn what the world looks like and how it's described from paired text-image data, and learn how the world moves from unsupervised video footage." Oh, I love watching unsupervised footage as much as the next guy, and I guess Meta did too, because here is the Make a Video website with the original authors' names and a date of 2023. This website was actually kind of hard to find, and oh my god, if this is what they're showing off as good, I really don't want to know what didn't make the cut. And honestly, that was kind of the general reaction for the time. The technology was amusing, and it was fun to laugh at Will Smith trying to eat spaghetti in AI, which for some reason seems to be a benchmark of the tech, but I don't think anybody took it that seriously. Well, time goes by, GPT-4 comes out, the world is slowly falling into chaos, and OpenAI has an announcement. The creators of ChatGPT, the most recognizable AI software in the world, reveal Sora, their push into the AI video generation world. Now don't worry, your speakers are working. For some reason there was no audio to this video and the comments are disabled. A really good sign of things to come. Now without getting too far ahead of myself here, I would imagine they did this because the software doesn't make audio to go with the video, at least not yet. They just wanted you to focus on the breakthrough that was Sora. And then they said, actually, you know what, fuck that, we're gonna add audio to the next one so we can show off our anime capabilities.
花火、綺麗だね。でも僕たちは少しずつ離れていく。
Getting back to Sora 1 though, let's take in the beautiful shots of oceanside mountains, snow in Tokyo, river birds, and a nondescript car off-roading. Wow. I'm just so glad we finally have the technology to see all these things like it's in real life. Remember when I said the comments were disabled? I don't think people liked what they saw, and I think the average person could come to the conclusion that this technology probably had more harm to do than good. Now immediately one might think, oh, this could just kill human creativity. Just let the machine do it. It takes no time and it's good enough. Blah, 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 blah. And that's valid. Now, if you think about it just a little bit more, you realize if this technology gets even a little bit better, you could basically just fake anything. You could create false narratives, completely ignore copyright, and basically just create problems out of thin air. It really makes you question what the purpose of this is even for, except for creating silly little TikToks. But to play devil's advocate here, I guess you could also use it for simple 3D CGI type scenes or for storyboarding if you're a small creator like me.
Well, I've been editing for like 3 hours straight and everything started looking the same color. So I figured, okay, you probably heard that. My stomach's staging a protest. Let's grab a snack real quick. Come with me. Editing Fuel of Champions. Chips. Crunchy morale booster.
But then again, if that happens, 3D artist out of a job, and I guess I could just draw my own storyboard, so yeah, I guess we're just back to stupid fucking TikTok videos. This technology doesn't improve on creativity, it just makes it faster, I guess, and a lesser version of what it could be. And that's incredibly frustrating. This type of creation has no staying power in today's day and age, and the perfect example is Sora itself. December 9th, 2024, 10 months after it's announced, Sora goes public, where it allowed users to generate videos up to 20 seconds long, animate still images, and extend existing clips. Now, I remember this leading to some interesting results, but don't worry, it's only going to get better. Fast forward a bit more to September 2025, and OpenAI announces that Sora will now be launching as a dedicated app. The app is similar to TikTok, but specifically for this generated content. Don't worry though, your identity and copyright will be protected. OpenAI is on top of it. So what happened? People could seemingly use anyone's likeness, put them in any situation, and make them say anything they wanted with the most realistic AI model yet.
I need a prostitute or two right now. Said a prostitute or two right now. Oh, yes, I do.
Tell me a world where this isn't problematic. Is there any argument to be made that at the very least, something needs to change with how things are going? Well, some people might lead you to believe that there is. Why should I, as a mega corporation, care if it helps boost this quarter's profits? If I can market our products and IPs for the next generation through new technology, then who cares? Well, I can tell you that Disney certainly does it, and they made that clear in December of 2025 when they pledged $1 billion and 200 of their characters to be licensed and used on Sora. Now, while this whole Disney licensing operation was to be controlled and monitored like everything else, Sora's reputation leads me to believe that if this would have gone through, this whole thing just would have been chaotic. To quote Disney's CEO on the deal, technological innovation has continually shaped the evolution of entertainment, bringing with it new ways to create and share great stories with the world. Okay, sure, you're not entirely wrong, but there's levels to this, right? Like George Harrison using a Moog synthesizer on Here Comes the Sun in 1969, and then there's Disney using fun AI tools to gather data, market their products, and ideally make some money on top of it all. I really think at this point that we haven't just lost the plot, I don't think there was ever one to begin with. With technology moving so fast and people feeling like everything needs to happen right now, has no one with the right influence just stopped for a second to truly consider the consequences? Did it take having to do it to realize we shouldn't? If I used Mickey Mouse in a movie 20 years ago, would Disney not have been all over me with lawsuits? Does it take creating the data center and destroying water supplies to think, people are mad now, probably shouldn't have done that? Pandora's box has been opened, and frankly, I don't trust the people whose hands it's in. But at least for right now, in this moment, March of 2026, there is some good news. A March 24th, 2026 headline: OpenAI's Sora was the creepiest app on your phone. Now, it's shutting down. After only being on the market for less than 6 months, Sora is being discontinued publicly. It doesn't seem to be due to copyright or identity theft or anything that would be considered the real issue here. It's because internally, the project was considered a resource black hole with limited monetization. There could be more to the story here, but basically, it just wasn't worth their time. And while I'm not exactly thrilled at the road of how we got here, I'm honestly just glad that we're here. Currently, Sora's website is still up where you can see tons of nonsense, but it seems as though that'll be down soon. There's also still many other AI video generation softwares, like Seedance, for example. ByteDance, who you might recognize for having owned TikTok until January of this year, has created this video generation model, and supposedly, it's really good. Maybe even better than our domestic slop generators. This leads me to ask a question though. Was Seedance trained on our TikTok content? Besides all the other obvious reasons, would this be a huge factor as to why ByteDance didn't want to sell TikTok? Now, without any real evidence, I do feel like this is a possibility. And if this is true, this would be just yet another breach of privacy for the betterment of this technology. But again, trying to be positive here, at least a small step has been taken because it seems like we're starting to ask the right questions and talk about the right things. AI does have its uses for things like researching diseases so we can find cures, picking up on weather patterns so we can better predict natural disasters and climate change, and helping to improve engineering and infrastructure. What we really don't need it to do is generate images of things like cats on a surfboard. As humans, we are all creative beings, so if you made it to this point of the video, I implore you to go do something creative. It could be anything. And come back here to the comment section to tell me what you did. Now as for me, I actually am going to draw that cat on the surfboard. Not because I'm going to do it perfectly or the right way, but because I can, and I can say that I did. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you were inspired to go do something or create something and came back to tell me about it. If you want to support me, feel free to subscribe or like, or check out the Patreon in the description. Okay, bye-bye. Bye, guys. Later, Gators.